Oscar Stembridge is a self-taught Swedish singer and multi-instrumentalist. He plays guitar, piano, drums, and ukulele. He began by recording himself playing cover songs by artists such as Queen, Guns N' Roses, Ed Sheeran, Avicii, and Shawn Mendes, which his parents posted on social media. At the age of 10, he was the youngest person to ever get a recording contract with Universal Music Sweden. 10. In 2019, by the way, he's currently 16 years old. In 2019, when he was 11 years old, he was invited to perform on the reality music program Allsång på Skansen. That's my best Swedish. Being the youngest musician to ever do so. The same year, he released his first original single titled Losing You. In 2020, he played the Journey song Don't Stop Believin' for Crown Princess Victoria on her birthday. Wow. At an event that included performances by the Mamas, Linnea Henriksen, Petra Marklund, and Anne-Sophie von Otter, one of my favorite mezzo-sopranos of all time. Stembridge has also appeared on television. In 2020, he landed the lead male role in the SVT musical series Kor. I think that's how I pronounce it. K-A-umlaut-A-R. The Scandinavian languages are full of different O sounds. Kor, which consists of 122 episodes. So, he's been on TV. His co-stars the 12-year-old Eva Jumatate, I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, Eva. In 2022, Stembridge independently released his debut EP 13. In 2024, he appeared on the 19th season of America's Got Talent, only the second Swede to do so in the show's history. And today, we're going to check out his AGT quarterfinals performance. Yes! I love him so much. Cool voice, again connected, but much more breath flowing.
Don't want a mic stand just hanging around.
I keep me where the light is.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. Thank you for clicking. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now. It'll really help the channel to grow, help me to keep doing what I love, bringing quality content to you. So, Oscar Stembridge. I've already done an analysis on him. And he spoke to The Buzz. We're going to start with that. He spoke to The Buzz just after he came off the stage in his most recent America's Got Talent performance. So let's see how that interview went. I think it's interesting because he talks about why he chose his original song Little Bird to sing instead of a cover song.
Oscar, I'm Danielle. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, incredible performance. How did it feel up there this evening?
Felt great. I'm super proud of everyone that's helped and of the team. The music team of AGT has been incredible, and I'm just super grateful for everything that's happened, and it was amazing.
Yeah. A bit different from busking on the streets. How would you describe the difference with that?
Oh, it's an absolute complete difference, because at least here people are, in an auditorium and they're watching you, and it's a great, it's a great night of an amazing show, regardless. While, when you're busking on the street, you're trying to get people's attention. Yeah. So, for example, if I was standing here and people walking by, you're trying to get their attention by playing and take time of their day. So, yeah, it's very, very different. But this has been absolutely incredible.
You could say that's some of the hardest performing, like good training camp with the busking, because you're having to grab people's attention as they walk by.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think busking on the street has made me absolutely a better performer than what I could be, if I didn't do it. So if anyone's performing, I recommend do some busking because it will really help you.
Prepare you for AGT.
Exactly.
And talking about this evening, you had the choice between 2 songs, but you chose this one, and you had some good compliments from choosing this one, but also some judges saying maybe go with the other song. What was the other song that you were thinking about doing?
The other song is a really, really personal song to me. It's about, well, if you want to hear what it's about, it's Vote. But it's a very personal song to me. And, I'm very happy with my song choice. And I think, music, as you probably know, it's a matter of taste. Like, some people will like this stuff and some people won't like that stuff and like something completely different. And that's completely fine. I know people probably won't like my music and some people will like my music. But I always try to think of the positive and, for example, Simon's comments, they really mean a lot. He's been such a successful music exec. And, it means a lot to be able to, to get his words on this one.
Speaking of Simon, would you ever join one of his boy groups if that was an option for you to launch your career?
We'll see. We'll have to see. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
Who knows? And if you get voted through to the next round, to the semi-finals, and you are to sing that other song, can you drop a little hint of why people should vote for you and why we should hear that other song?
This song showed a completely different side to me that you might have not seen before. It's way more personal. It's about something that's actually happened to me and something that a lot of people can relate to. So if you want to hear that, then please vote.
And if you could collaborate with any artist, who would that be?
Any artist. Whoa. Dead or alive?
Let's do alive.
Alive, okay. Yeah. That's a very hard question because I love so many people. But I'd probably say either Sam Tompkins or Dominic Fike.
Oh, yeah.
And probably, Dean Lewis, Ed Sheeran. So, there's so many artists I listen on Spotify that's like, super good. So I think that's probably a good list right there.
Yeah, you've got your first album right there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
I said this in my previous video about him as well. Such a sort of normal looking, that's a really bad way to describe what I want to say. He just seems like a normal dude, right? Just a kid, 16, totally comfortable being himself, which I think is part of what makes him so attractive for audiences. And he speaks pretty well. I mean, he's Swedish, so obviously English is not his first language, but his English pronunciation and choice of words, you can sometimes hear it's not his first language, just like me, who are Afrikaans, but he speaks confidently because, in my opinion, he looks like he's comfortable with himself. So he's confident. I mean, like what I read in the intro, he's been in a 112 series episode TV series. He's performed to the royalty of his country. He's done a lot of stuff in his young life. So I guess that all built something into him. But I think the thing that I'm really seeing in him is a thing that somebody just is born with. And probably also it has a lot to do with the way he was raised by his parents and his family. So I just thought it was interesting to see him chat about this song, Little Bird, which he performed on AGT, like I said. And we're going to listen to that now. And hopefully it won't be blocked worldwide by NBC. We'll see.
There's angels crying. What happened to the dreamers, believers, always trying, little bird? Sing me a song, I'll sing it with you. The music is fading.
So I just want to stop quickly. So he wrote the song in D major, and he's got a pretty light voice, which means it's a changed voice, right? Or a changing voice. Teenagers go through that, yeah? If you've not heard me explain it, let me say, for the benefit of those who haven't heard it, that when we go through adolescence and all the muscles in our body grow at a very rapid rate, so do the vocal folds. And in boys, the growth is much more extensive in a short period of time, and that's why boys' voices prepubescent and after they've gone through adolescence sound very different, whereas with girls it's pretty similar. Because with girls it doesn't grow as much. So we call it a changed voice. If you're a man like me and you've been through puberty a little while ago, then I've got a changed voice. I would say he's got a changing voice, meaning he's probably not finished growing, so his vocal folds as muscles probably also have not finished growing. But he sings in his changing or changed voice, more in a man voice than a kid's voice, right? So this D, F sharp, E, D3 is a little bit low for him. Not low like he can't sing it, but it's not the part of his range where his voice really shines. A light voice shines in a higher pitch range. So when I heard this the first time, I was like, okay, he's starting pretty low, because I'm assuming that later in the song he will go higher, where his voice does sound really, really good. So there were some minor pitch issues in those first few phrases here and there, where the sound wasn't as secure. The intonation, which means singing the correct pitch, wasn't as secure. But I think the reason it doesn't bother me that much is because of what he writes about and how he writes. The songs that I've heard of his so far are all, it all comes out of his life, and all the songs are about issues in the world, like peace, like love and hate, like things that the world is struggling with, right? So it's so real and it's so authentic, the messaging. So it's almost to me, it almost feels to me like he's talking to me. So it didn't bother me much, but I just thought it was worth pointing out that in the lower part of his range, he doesn't have as much control as he does when he sings higher and with a fuller sound.
The bombs are blazing.
Bombs are, that's better already.
We keep on smiling through the days already. Surviving, little bird. Sing me a song. I'll sing it with you. I sing it with you. As long as I'm here, I'll sing it with you. 'Cause I'm just a boy who wants to worry about his next heartache.
There you go.
I'm just a kid who wants to be okay. My world is a broken place, but it's getting hard trying to picture a tomorrow as a beautiful tomorrow. I imagine yesterday. Sing me a song, sing it with you. As long as I'm here, I sing it with you. I sing it with you.
There we go. Little solo.
Smoking, trying. There's hoping, fighting. I know there's a glimpse of a light even in the cold, darkest nights, little bird. Sing me a song, I'll sing it with you. Thank you so much!
Thank you so much. Did you hear that? So when he speaks in an energized way, it's high-pitched and it's loud and it's about a G4. That's his natural place that his voice wants to be. So I like the song, and it probably is a shortened version of the song. As you know, they have time limits on these shows. But I like the song. I like the way it's written. I really love what it says. I'm just a boy. I just want to make sense of things. I'm just looking at nature, the little bird, and I'm just like, you know, can all of this just work out a little better in the world, you know? So I really love the messaging, and I really like the way he writes. However, the fact that he started and finished the song in that lower part of his range, where he doesn't have as much control, which also means he doesn't have as many options, expressive options. You know, when you sing low, your vocal folds are short. 2 vocal folds, right? They are short when you sing low. Ba. When I make a really low pitch sound like that, my vocal folds are really short and sort of flimsy and thicker. When I go ah, when I go high, my vocal folds are longer and tight and thin, and they can vibrate faster for a high pitch. So when we sing low, it is harder for us to control things because our vocal folds are barely hanging on, just resisting the airflow to make them vibrate, to still make a sound. But the expressive options are fewer for most people when they sing low, unless you have incredible skill that you've been working at for probably decades. So it still felt connected to me, emotionally connected. It's super real. The authenticity in the way he stands there and performs with these smile in his eyes, and he's just a handsome 16-year-old guy, you know, just talking to us. That's really, really appealing, I think, to audiences, certainly to me as the listener in this case. So let us see what the judges said about Oscar's performance.
Oscar Stembridge. Simon.
Oscar, you're 16 years old, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, you're like a little diamond, right? And whether you chose the right or wrong song today doesn't matter, because I think you have a real opportunity in this business to do really, really, really well. I would love to work with you. I really mean that. I really would. Because you just don't find many people like Oscar. I mean, you've got something really cool about you. You know who you are. And
Agreed.
I've just got a really great feeling about you.
Yeah. So Simon agrees with me. Something really cool about him. He's just very likable. He knows who he is. And for Simon to say, I would really like to work with you, that is huge. Because we all know what can happen to people that Simon journeys with. Remember One Direction? See how many of those guys, after the band stopped existing, went on to have superstar careers. Remember Susan Boyle? You know, so, and there's countless other examples, of course. But yeah, I think for Simon to say that means a lot. I think Oscar knows that. And I think they might talk and something might happen. But yeah, I would like to know what you think. Do you like Oscar? I really like the tone in his voice as well. Higher, more than low. But I like the tone in his voice. Really love the songwriting. Love the authenticity. As Wikipedia, the source of all truth, said, he's a self-taught musician. I think he would do well, if he's not already, to get a really good vocal coach who can just help him develop the muscles in this phase of finishing the growing of the vocal folds, and just to teach him more about resonance and modifying vowels and strengthening the muscles so that lower, middle, and higher can be even more under his control. The more control you have here, the muscles, the more expressive tools you have, the more engaging your communication will be through your music. So if he doesn't have a vocal coach already, I really hope that he will get one, and a good one. I think there are plentiful, excellent vocal people in Sweden, so I don't think it'll be too hard. Anyway, I thank you for spending the time with me. Really do appreciate it. And until next time, I want you to remember that your voice matters.